Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's KitchenBChillin back with another video. And as you can see, I found out how to make a PLAYMAKER with the contact dunks. Now, it's not the pure PLAYMAKER pie chart, but the title is called PLAYMAKER. Alright, so the first thing you want to do for this build is go back to the main menu and go to Features and Settings, and you want to change your unit of measurement to metric. See, mine's already on metric, but it should be on Imperial system. You want to change that to metric. And if you don't know, you get more height options with the metric system because it goes by centimeters and meters instead of inches. So as you can see in Imperial it's 6'4", or it says it's 6'4", but if you go back to metric it's 1.94 meters, which is about 4.3 inches. Then after you change it to metric, you want to go back to the build and make it a shooting guard instead of point guard. I made it a shooting guard because you can get more badges this way. You do lose stuff like floor journal and dimer, but you get quite a bit more badges and attributes. And also at shooting guard it's called a PLAYMAKER instead of mid-range shot creator, which I personally think is a better title. So as you can see with the attributes, basically max your driving layup, just take it down by at least 1. If you completely max it, then it's called a slasher instead of a PLAYMAKER. And then you want to do post hook instead of close shot. And you get the same amount of badges by doing post hook instead of close shot. It just takes one more attribute, which doesn't really matter too much. And then with the shooting, take the mid-range down to an 80. If you max the mid-range, it's called mid-range shot creator. And then take 1 off pass accuracy, so you still get 13 playmaking. And then put the D board up to 62, so you get 5 defense badges. But as you can see, you get 16, 21, 13, and 5, which is enough for like 4 Hall of Fame finishing. Now this build doesn't get Hall of Fame shooting, but you will have like an 83 3-pointer and 7 gold shooting badges, so that's more than enough to shoot. And then because it's the metric system, you want to go down to 194, which again is like about 6'4.5", 64.3 inches. And then minimize the weight, you want to be as fast as possible. And keep the wingspan default. So at 99, if you add +4 to all of those attributes, you get all the contact dunks, an 83 3-pointer, you get the pro dribble moves, and an 83 steal. So this is definitely one of the most well-rounded builds in this game. And as you go on to the takeovers, you get slash, shot creator, sharp, or playmaker. Sharp is definitely the best takeover in the game, and then after that I'd probably say slasher. But I like sharp the best, and as you can see it's called a playmaker, but it gets contact dunks, 83 3-pointer, and pro dribble moves. So when people see playmaker for the title, they're gonna think it's the pure yellow pie chart, which a lot of people can't shoot with. But since this build gets 7 gold shooting badges and 83 3-pointer, they're gonna have to respect your shot. And as soon as they realize that you can shoot with this build, you can blow by them and get contact dunks too. So this build can really do everything. And as you can see with 7 gold shooting badges, you can do a lot with this. I would personally go with this for the badge setup. Maybe change around the clutch shooter and put some on tireless. For the most part, that's what I'd do. And then you get 16 finishing badges. Definitely always do a Hall of Fame Slithering contact. And then Relentless is pretty good, even on bronze. It helps a lot when you're out of stamina, you can dunk a lot more. And then this build also, it does have a really high post hook. And if you have the shot aiming on with the meter, post hooks are super OP. You could put on pro touch and maybe deep hooks. And for the playmaking, get 13. Just do the 3 main playmaking badges: handles for days, quick first step, and unpluckable. And then you get 4 more, so you could do like maybe flashy passer on gold, which if you didn't know, flashy passer is really OP. You can get takeover in like 2 or 3 shots off a flashy pass. Then get 1 more, it'd be like bronze bailout. You could up that to gold too and take off flashy passer, and then maybe downhill or like needle threader. And then next for the defense badges, there's not too much you can do with 5. I would say just max out clamps and put the rest on pick dodger. That's how you can make the pure playmaker title with contact dunks and 80 plus 3-pointer. I have another way to make this build I'm going to show you real quick at point guard. That's what I was talking about earlier, the mid-range shot creator. So again, it's the same pie chart, same physical. It's pretty much the same build, just at point guard. So you get dimer and floor general. And then you want to max out mid-range this time and put your free throw up to a 70 so you get 18 shooting. So you do get less shooting badges with this build, but you get a little bit more finishing at 18 finishing badges. And then same amount of playmaking, take 1 off pass accuracy, you get 13. And same amount of defense, you get 5 defense and rebounding. This build gets 18, 18, 13, and 5. I'm just messing around with the attributes real quick to see if there's anything better, but you get 18, 18, 13, and 5. And this version is called a mid-range shot creator instead of a playmaker. As you can see, with this build, if you max out the close shot, you actually get less badges than if you just max out post hook. And again, don't max out the layup. You want to take that down at least by 1, so it's not called a slasher. And then the height and everything is the same, so I'm just going to fast forward this real quick. Takeovers are the same too. It's slasher, shot creator, sharp, or playmaker. Again, I'd go sharp just because it's probably the best takeover in the game. And as you can see, it's called a mid-range shot creator instead of a playmaker. Now the only real difference with this build is you get a little bit less shooting and more finishing. So this is what I would do with 18 shooting instead of 21. Again, that triangle, green machine, deadeye, hot zone, and range. Could do hot start, but if you miss a shot, then it just goes away completely, so I wouldn't put all my badges into that if you don't have enough. Clutch shooter is definitely really good even on bronze. As you can see, it says it receives a large boost in any overtime period or like clutch moments basically. But that's it for the video. If you like this, make sure to like and hit subscribe if you aren't already. And let me know what you think about this in the comments, because it's definitely a unique title with this build. It gets contacts, 80 plus 3-pointer, pro dribble moves, high defense ratings. This is definitely one of the best builds in the game in my opinion. So let me know what you think about it in the comments, and other than that, I'm out.